Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I am Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz, the new Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Right.
We need one.
Good.
So
Yeah.
I'm just fucking gonna take over.
Can't do any worse than the last one, anyway.
Just throw a hat in the ring.
Why not?
We've got one. We got the new one, you mean, or the old one?
Any of them.
Quasi Kwarteng.
Quasi Kwarteng. Got to be better than any of them, surely.
I'm not massively following it. I lost interest after, you know, like corporation tax wasn't going to be increased, and I was like, cool, I'm all right with that. And
Well,
then,
I'll put it down as what they've done as a catastrophic failure. He's what I'm saying.
Segue.
Leading into the segue of the year.
I like it. Well, you can introduce this video then.
Yeah. This is the British government and 5 catastrophic
5 ways to screw up the economy.
the global economy.
Yeah.
No, this is 5 catastrophic failures caught on camera.
Right.
Let's do it, Dave.
Yeah, should we get into it?
Why not?
All across the world, examples of advanced modern engineering fill the skylines. As our knowledge has expanded, so has our appetite for growth, paving the way for new developments and the advancement of humanity. Of course,
It's a portal into another dimension, isn't
It
it?
just looks like it's been photoshopped.
It doesn't look right, does it?
No.
It's
How
Stargate.
bizarre.
in this quest to build bigger and better, mistakes have been made, leading to some unbelievable moments being caught on film. From a dangerous accident at a Russian steel plant, resulting in molten metal being dumped all around the factory floor, to a shocking rocket launch mishap ending in a powerful explosion back on the launch pad, here are 5 catastrophic failures that were caught on camera. Working in a factory can be a dangerous job, especially in countries where safety standards aren't all that common. This risk is multiplied many times over in places that handle molten metal, where one small mistake could have disastrous consequences for those involved. For the employees at this steel mill in rural Russia, this is something they learned the hard way. On December 29, 2013, workers at the Amur Metal plant in Komsomolsk-on-Amur captured the terrifying moment an accident.
Where was it, Dave?
Da.
That's what he said. Russia, yeah. Rural Russia.
Put all their lives at risk. While working, a piece of machinery malfunctioned right before their eyes and began to spew liquefied steel all across the factory floor.
You wouldn't be standing there filming it, would you, surely?
no.
You'd be straight out the door.
Hit the stop button, right?
Yeah.
All sat there with the bottles of vodka going, fucking hell, look at that.
Yeah. Get that.
Tap the bear on the shoulder.
Get the guns out.
Just get out of there. No, it's chopping along.
Что ли, чё поднимает? Нихуя, дурак! Вон поднял, смотри, что делает! Охуеть, дебил ебаный, ты дурак! Поднял, еще хуже!
I'm gonna have to try and get that Russian segregated when we do the intros. That just Mike goes, I'm Office Bloke Mike. We just play that.
That's a good idea.
Пиздосно! Четвертой бригаде набрали, ну да и нам нахуй!
He's laughing.
Yeah.
That's how he handed in his notice to quit his job.
Wow.
Вообще лепота, ебама рама! Вот так и работаем нахуй, ебать мой хуй здрасте!
Yeah, much too close for me.
Лепота!
I know, it's a bit.
Провода горят нахуй!
The accident ended up forcing the closure of the factory while cleanup and repair efforts could be done, and to allow a cause to be determined to avoid a similar incident in the future. The man filming the video put himself at great risk to capture the catastrophe unfolding, at times even standing directly in harm's way. Miraculously, neither he nor any other employees were injured. As history has shown, constructing a rocket can be an immense and costly endeavor. Even those who have the means are sometimes hesitant to expose themselves to the enormous risk involved in financing a launch, due to situations such as this one that occurred on Wallops Island in the United States. On October 28, 2014, everything seemed to indicate that the launch of the Antares rocket would go off without a hitch. The rocket had many successful launches leading up to this one, and there were no clear signs anything was about to go wrong. Unfortunately, the engineering masterpiece broke apart in the sky only 6 seconds after launch, resulting in a violent explosion which was captured on video by a group of spectators a safe distance away.
Must be pretty impressive when you watch something like
I
that.
bet it is. Yeah.
I got invited to one. It was a launch. It was a satellite that was being launched up into space. We'd built a satellite station in the UAE, and when they were launching the satellite to go out, we invited a load of the project people down to go and watch it done. It was being launched in Uzbekistan. We used to do a lot of launches from there into space. So I didn't go in the end, but it would have been quite impressive. Because it's
very
kind of
good,
like,
yeah.
it's kind of like that
You
sort
missed
of life effect,
out on something there, didn't you?
Yeah, but
Uzbekistan.
Didn't want to go to Uzbekistan.
I just couldn't be asked. You know, one of them where you just think, nah, let's just see that. It'd be nice, but you've got to be, if it was like, 20-minute ride away or an hour away, sort of thing, you'd be like,
different,
all right. Or someone said, we're doing this in Miami, do you want to come? I'd be like, yeah, all right. Yeah, but like, do you want to fancy coming to like fucking Tashkent or wherever it is, Uzbekistan, and don't know what? I'm like, nah.
Bit of a trip, eh? Yeah.
I can tell you exactly what went wrong there.
What was that?
Set on
It's
fire.
supposed to go up.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
God damn it. An expensive mistake.
Just a bit. There's a lot of fuel going up there, isn't there? How big an area that covers there?
Someone is not having a good day there, are they?
Oh, just a bit.
According to NASA, the spacecraft was supposed to carry 2,200 kilos of supplies to the 6 astronauts aboard the International Space Station. Sadly, the rocket never reached its destination. After a lengthy investigation, the cause of the failure was determined to be from an explosion in the liquid oxygen turbopump in one of the 2 AJ-26 engines. Because of this, the rocket lost thrust almost immediately and crashed back into the launch pad. The cost associated with this disaster is estimated at over $200 million, but thankfully, nobody was injured. In the world's quest to develop different sources of renewable energy, wind turbines were born. To put it in simple terms, they work in the opposite way to fans. Instead of using electricity to make wind, they use the wind to produce energy. They can be seen just about everywhere on Earth, but even the most advanced turbines are capable of great catastrophe, as was the case in North Ayrshire, Scotland, just over a decade ago. On December 8, 2011, a man captured the astonishing scene of a wind turbine bursting into flames, spewing an immense amount of smoke into the air and sending burning debris crashing down to Earth.
Wow. It's nice weather for Scotland as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Windy and none of the others are turning.
Didn't I say this on a video and you guys laughed, though, that they can switch these off so that they're not permanently able to spin? Or was it someone else who laughed at me for saying that?
Don't know.
I'm sure we would have done.
We would have left it anyway, yeah.
I think they can be disabled so that they're not catching the wind.
Yeah.
What's the point of them then?
I don't know.
Do you have enough and then you say, right, we've got enough now, just turn them off?
I guess, I don't know. I don't know why. I'm not a scientist.
I think sometimes they can go too fast. And I think that's when they try and slow
Take
down
off.
or stop them.
Yeah. Change the rotation of the
I
Earth.
think they're only made for a certain, if like a hurricane goes through something like that, they won't have them on because they'd be going too fast.
Right.
And I think they just burn out. but the others don't look like they're moving at all there, do they?
No.
Which is bizarre.
Have you seen that photo of one of them on fire with the guy stood on top of it?
Oh no.
There's literally, and there's one way up and one way down, isn't there? And it's a hatch.
Yeah.
And he's like stood at the end of it while the rest of it's just up in flames. Ooh, it's like it's one of those last pictures taken of someone sort of things.
The failure in this video is believed to have been the result of hurricane-force winds that struck the area around the same time. But the true reason behind the fire is unknown, since it had been reported that the turbine was not in use at the time. Fire crews were quick to arrive, and after a bit of work, were able to safely put out the blaze. This, however, was not the last time a failure like this occurred. Back in 2017, a wind turbine in the country of Italy suffered a failure of its own, but on a much more extreme scale, and locals captured the stunning moment as it unfolded.
Wow, that's moving.
Going a bit too fast, that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Friends Against Wind.
Much like the other failure, the cause of this one also isn't exactly known. Clearly, something inside the turbine malfunctioned and allowed it to spin at uncontrollable speeds. After a while, the mechanical components could simply no longer handle the force, and the entire thing blew apart. At the end of the day, at least nobody was injured in either of these events. Suspension bridges are some of the most stunning feats of modern engineering. These bridges not only play an important role in modern infrastructure, but are quite incredible to look at.
Wow.
Back in the 1930s, construction of a new bridge commenced in the state of Washington, and in July of 1940 was officially completed. This bridge was named the Tacoma Narrows, and from the jump it was plagued with major issues. On November 7th, 1940, around 11 a.m., the Tacoma Narrows Bridge suffered a catastrophic failure due to vibrations caused by the wind, barely 4 months after it opened. Video footage shot that day shows the bridge twist and bend in such dramatic fashion it almost doesn't look real.
Something, isn't it?
Eventually, the bridge could no longer withstand the force of this movement, and it all came crashing down.
True 1940s style, just not asked.
Walking about his pack.
Wow.
It's gone. Wow.
The cause of the failure can be blamed on a number of factors, from its design, which didn't allow optimal airflow, to its flexibility, which allowed it to bend and twist. Ultimately, it all came down to a phenomenon known as aeroelastic flutter. In short, this flutter eventually caused far too much stress on the cables, and the bridge failed. After the Tacoma Narrows Bridge collapsed, a second bridge was completed in 1950 at the same site. Fortunately, this second construction was a greater success, leading to the construction of a third bridge in 2007. The failure of the bridge ended up teaching engineers a lot and has become a case study in bridge design in schools all across the world.
Yeah, forget that.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Sketchy,
I
isn't
don't
it?
wasn't alive when it happened, but I think I remember seeing a video of
I've
it
seen
before.
videos
I think
of
it was
footage.
I think it was a side, wasn't it? I think it's the shape of the bridge on the side view with the wind going past it. I think it was catching it too much or something. Though that was a lot of it anyway.
You part of Friends of the Wind? Or Friends of Wind, was it?
Friends of Wind.
You know, that's obviously like an anti-wind turbine group of...
Probably, taking advantage of the wind. Free the wind.
As one of the most beautiful countries in all of Latin America, Brazil is full of great tourist attractions and places to visit. Of course, not even the most incredible countries are exempt from being victims of a catastrophic failure that puts human lives at risk, as happened in this apartment block in Vila Velha, Espírito Santo. On April 22, 2021, a 75-foot-long swimming pool located in a large beachfront building suddenly collapsed into the parking lot beneath it.
Wow.
The shocking security camera video shows the exact moment of the failure, further proving there was no warning a disaster was imminent. According to reports, no one was injured, although 270 residents had to be evacuated from the 90 units that were being occupied at the time.
Wow.
That
How
could
bizarre.
have happened with loads of people in it,
Of
couldn't
course,
it?
yeah. People below in the car park, anything. I think you'd be having a word with the builders there.
What
wouldn't
makes this collapse so
Yeah.
terrifying
Architects.
is that it came with such little warning. Had it occurred when people were using the pool, there is a real chance that people could have lost their lives or been seriously injured. Even more shocking is that the complex was brand new at the time, with construction being completed in 2018. The video quickly went viral online, with some pointing out the pool's lack of rebar in the concrete, a common method used in construction to provide strength and reinforcement. At the end of the day, at least nobody was injured in this shocking event. To err is human. However, some errors can be much more dangerous than others, especially when other people's lives are at risk. Although none of these accidents claimed a life, that isn't always the case. Hopefully, as engineering standards increase across the world, accidents like these will become fewer and farther between. If you enjoyed this video,
Don't trust new things, new buildings and things
But
like
you
that.
do put a lot of trust in buildings, don't you? Though it's
of
like you
course,
just
yeah.
Oh,
assume
absolutely.
that the floor's going to be all right, and your 18-story,
Yeah.
apartment block or whatever.
Let
We just do take it for granted, don't we?
Let it settle.
doubt.
Let it settle for a few years and then move in.
If it's still all right, it should
Yeah.
be fine.
I go in a parking lot in Altrincham, when I go down to the bottom, and at the bottom is underneath all the swimming pool for Total Fitness.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's always fucking leaking down there. I've seen last few times I've been in, there's been high vis and clipboard men
Really?
walking around. Yeah, and I'm always wondering. I'm thinking,
Now you've seen that, you'll be
I
thinking,
know, what them parking there? Yeah,
The thing is, every underground car park has a drip, doesn't it? They all
this
do,
is everywhere. Man.
regardless
It's
of what's
all
above
over.
it.
It's everywhere. It's
Is it?
always wet. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go in there again.
it's been like that for years.
Yeah,
Makes you wonder.
It does.
I'll never be an early adopter of any technology or a building that's just been built.
Yeah.
Never buy the first phone, never buy the first of anything.
No, I'm all for that.
Let people figure it out for a little bit and then get it.
No, I'm for doing it all. Get in there first.
Oh, yeah. First come, first served.
My house is 160 years old, I think.
Mine's 2.
It's only fallen down once.
I was going to say, it did collapse at the front, I think, didn't it, at one stage? So,
Yeah, true,
You don't know who rebuilt it, Dave. It could have been a bunch of
A bunch of what?
builders that aren't very good.
Good save, good save.
Bastard. You tried to lure me into that one then, didn't you?
Mine's 2 years old.
That's all it
fresh.
is?
Yeah. 2
Wow.
Years old. Fresh.
We do have good building regs in this country.
Oh, we do
So
now. It's unbelievable now.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's...
Someone
Yeah,
said to me
lot
not long ago,
different.
you got them new panels on that, I don't know, fire resistant and all that? I don't know. Fucking not building.
I hope so.
Yours was built after Grenfell, long after Grenfell, so it's not going to have that cladding on.
Shouldn't
Yeah.
it?
Shouldn't do.
I mean, we even got a
Well,
porch.
the doors we've got are not fire doors, I've been told.
They're not.
We've
They're
got
not.
to come and replace them all.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm surprised at that.
So, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying we were trying to get a porch built at the front at some stage in the next 6 months or so, but even for that, you have to have foundations and double thick skinned and insulation, all sorts on it now. Just for a
Really?
bit of a porch.
Just for a porch.
You have
Yeah,
to
you
have
better get a
everything on it.
Lamborghini, mate.
I know, yeah. It won't cost that much.
Yeah, my porch is just thrown together by the builder that used to own my house.
Yeah.
Probably a couple of decades
But that's
ago.
with
so it's
building
not-
with building regs, you can't do that now. It's
Yeah.
got to be, everything's got to be absolutely right. It's unbelievable. They're pretty thorough.
Fuck it,
But-
leave it.
And I might actually leave it as is. It'd be a lot
Just
cheaper.
get a canopy instead. You don't need anything for that.
I'll just have an umbrella outside and take my shoes off that way or something. It'd be a lot cheaper.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.